What is good, everybody? Make sure the
Yo,
mic's
yo,
not
yo.
muted this time.
Nah, we good, we good,
We're
we
good
good.
this time, 100%. 100%.
How we doing today, man?
I'm doing all right. I got my main
Yeah,
man with me, my
what's good,
partner
bro?
in crime, Mason. So we're just here talking today. We got a few different topics for you guys, a few different things to show you guys. What was the day like for you today? What'd you do? Anything?
Low key, woke up pretty late. Stayed
What
up late
is
playing
good,
Minecraft last
everybody?
night. Um, excuse me, I'm in the middle of eating my lunch too. Let's see, we stayed up late playing Minecraft, got in bed around 2, woke up, tried to take a shower, realized our water tank blew up last night, so there was no hot water. Um, so yeah, rough morning, rough morning, but we're good now. Got some lunch, showered, had to go over to my grandma's, but worked out.
It worked out.
What's today?
You good now. That's all that matters,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
All right,
Been
all
up
right.
to
One thing before we do started, I wanted to show these off again.
patches.
Yes, sir. I got our patches. Got the tags. Um, just want to show you guys our shirt that's gonna come out. We're gonna have a patch. There we go. You got the patch. Here, just like that. Got the hang tag, of course. I plan on writing on the back like however many of that specific shirt that came out. We're gonna have like a little arm logo. It'll it'll be on a short sleeve, or I mean Mason's getting either way. Trim this up a bit, so it's gonna be a little bit different. But if you want to enter in the giveaway, um, just know that's gonna come soon. Probably within the next 4 episodes. We're gonna pick a random subscriber. For a few of them, I'm not sure exactly how many we're gonna give out, but we'll definitely keep you guys posted about that stuff.
Be more
Um,
than one winner though, for sure.
you said what?
I said it'll be more than one winner for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even thinking about a hat,
Mm.
like with some of the patches or something, because we have 15, so got a little bit of room to work with. And I plan on letting whoever like wins and whatnot, pick whatever they want, long sleeve, short sleeve. If they want a color, obviously you can't change the color of the patches, but colored shirt, totally cool too. And yeah, we'll just work with each other on that whenever we pick the winners and everything. So make sure you're subbed. Make sure you do all that jazz. Just to make sure you are entered. So there's that.
Yes, sir.
Man, time to get into it. Kind of a bummer week, honestly. We've had several shootings. Got
Just crazy, man.
bruh, the
Like,
world's just going south.
I don't know what it is, but like this is I don't know how many within like the past month alone.
Yeah, I was about to say it started with that school, and then
Yeah,
it
the
just
one in Uvalde,
went
Texas.
crazy up. Um,
Yeah, like there was another one in Texas, bro. It was a graduation party shooting.
and the South Carolina, there was two high school grad. I don't know if it was high school, but I know they were grad parties. From
Yeah,
South Carolina and in Texas. So like,
yeah.
come on, bro. Like, first of all, the person
It's just
graduating,
crazy.
why are you strapped at all? Like, there should be no commotion in any like. I just don't understand in these
That
situations. You got a Kentucky, um, funeral outside of a church. Like, come on, bro. What are y'all
a
doing?
funeral, bro. Y'all are already mourning someone who just died, and now y'all gotta go do it again.
Do something
Like,
else. We don't know how that particular person died from the funeral, but like we don't want more funerals, that's for sure, and it's just
this shit
causing
crazy.
more.
Just spread love, yo.
Then we
That's all we
got
gotta do.
the Philly one. That one was weird. It was like in a random crowd. I saw like I looked up a video and there was just people walking by. So I'm guessing they were just on like some sort of street. Um,
Yeah,
and they have like a warrant out for the guys. I don't know what all that's about. That shit needs to come to an end. There's been a lot of protesters, like pushing for like stricter gun rights or just to take off like specific weapons, um, of quote unquote some like mass destruction or something like that, like ARs, stuff like that. Um, I understand some people do it for fun, and I'm definitely not here telling anyone that they can or can't have anything, but at the same time, like we have to make
smart.
sure these
It's
people, yeah, be
stupid.
smart with it. Like we have to make sure it just things like this don't end up in the wrong hands of particular people.
Yeah.
I don't know personally what we have to change or what we have to do to get rid of, I guess, this whole thing that's going on, but like something's got to happen and there has to be steps taken in order to
I agree 100%.
go ahead.
I mean, I just like I can see where people are coming from. Like I get we have the amendments, the right to bear arms, and I agree with that 100%. But like you said, there just has to be, some stricter protocol or just uh process to
Mhm.
go through to be able to purchase, especially like the high caliber, the like 40 round mag ones. I feel like it should be a little more stricter to be able to buy those guns than I don't know. It's just
Than just like an ordinary rifle to go hunting with.
yeah, exactly.
I understand like from both sides, and that's why we're not necessarily touching on it because personally, like I've never read the like laws and all the documents you have to sign to buy a gun and all this stuff. So I've never personally seen that, and that's why I'm not saying too much on it, like what exactly we should change. But from what I see, something is there's some sort of error in there
There's a
because
flaw in the system
there's a
somewhere.
flaw somewhere. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I haven't read it or anything like that, so that's why I can't pinpoint exactly what it is. But like something, there needs to be steps taken to prevent this from happening. I understand some
Yeah, if
people. It's
all the
just
mass shootings are being caused by the same high caliber rifle, the same AR type. There needs to be something done.
yeah, exactly. So there's a lot going on in terms of that stuff. Hopefully, I feel like we should probably figure that out sooner than later because it's just awful. People have to deal with the mourning of, their kid or
A loved
whoever,
one.
yeah, a loved one, whoever it might be. So it's like
It's
that
just been
just
like a chain reaction lately, man.
exactly.
It's like
One
one goes
happens and
down,
then
you read about
bam,
another
bam,
one
bam,
2 hours
bam.
later.
Yep, exactly. They come in like spurts, and then it's just ridiculous.
It's
Nobody needs to
sad is
deal with
what it
that.
is.
It is
And we
sad.
wanna we wanna claim ourselves as the greatest country, yet I don't know, man. We're far from perfect. That's all I have to
Oh,
say.
for sure. And I don't think anyone's perfect in terms of like countries and stuff like
No,
that. But
but don't claim that
there's
we are
there's
when we're not.
there's definitely a lot more shootings. I'm not saying in total, but like we probably have a decent rating on mass shooting.
Yeah,
So we definitely could use improvement, just like all the other places. But it's just the same here. Um. So I guess what we just need to say is there's a flaw in the system. We need to fix that because, like we said, nobody wants to deal with losing a loved one. And even if it's not a loved one, it's still shitty. Like for me, looking at that and Mason looking at that, like that's not something we want to see or
not at all.
terrible overall for everyone. So it's just a bad thing that they need to, I guess, deal with. I'm not in position to do that, so we kind of just have to trust the people to do that. Um,
That's all we can do,
go from
really.
there. But yeah, I did see a lot of protests, like people screaming back and forth. There was a protest at like the National NRA Association, National Rifle Association, something like that. It's like where they
Uh-huh.
go and like look at all the guns and stuff, and there was a protest outside, and they were like screaming back and forth, and but I saw there was literally someone in the video holding an RPG. Why?
Fuck.
Why do they have an RPG at this convention just so anyone can hold? And just anyone, I don't know if they can buy it, I don't know if it's for sale, but even then, like why is there just an RPG?
That
That just
shit's
makes
crazy.
no sense. Like nobody needs access to a fucking RPG to go
That
hunting or do something like that with. Like what the fuck? Get that shit out of here.
shit
Um
crazy, man.
yeah, bro, that I don't understand. Anyways,
You know what else is crazy, bro? These fucking gas prices.
bro, let me tell you what. We're at 450 right now, and what were you saying earlier? Like it's supposed to go up to $5 in
Yeah,
the
I
next
was
couple.
reading it's supposed to average around the country up to $5 a gallon. I think I read one out of every five gas stations is already at the $5 mark, and within the next 2 weeks, over half will be at that $5 mark.
I'm just here to say I'm gonna be walking to work for the next until
Shit's
this shit gets
crazy.
fixed. At least be riding my
Bro,
damn horse, get some damn boots. What
you
the
know what's
fuck?
crazy? I think it was like 2 years ago, it was under $2.
Yeah.
It might have been like 2.5 years ago, but
Before that, bro,
right,
bro, it was
right.
99 cent back in the day. You kidding me?
I know.
Below that, like what? I couldn't even imagine. And when I started driving, it was already at like $1 or something. I don't even
Yeah,
remember. But that's just so crazy to me. It's just keeps going up. I don't. I mean, I
shit's
understand because
outrageous.
it's probably. I'm pretty sure they said it's supposed to. Our like supply of it in total is supposed to run out a lot sooner than we expect. That's why I think it's raising. But it's also could be the war stuff like that. Like, there's just a
It's
lot
really
going
just
on.
multiple factors that go into it, but that shit is crazy is all I gotta say. There's I mean that's a meal. You're paying a
Bro,
meal
that's
for a
it's
gallon of gas.
$60 to fill my tank. How many meals is that? That's
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 you average about what, $7, $8 a meal?
yeah. If you buy it, I guess. But if you go to the store and just make one, like, bro, that's half a grocery trip for me.
Yeah,
I
that's
spend like
crazy.
120 to 150. That's like half a. Obviously, other people have kids and stuff, so I can only imagine what they're going through. Like,
Yeah,
damn, bro. Like, what the and cars ain't going down in price or anything like that. Like in terms of
they're not.
in terms of actually buying a car or anything like that, but also like getting work done to your car. So it's
Yeah,
still just like, and the minimum wage is still the same, bro. Like what? How are you gonna raise the price for everything, but then
keep
keep
minimum wage at
yeah, bro.
7.25.
Like I got enough bills and the shit as it is. I don't understand. Um, on in other news, we got Boston winning the finals. I know you don't play basketball or watch basketball, Mason, but
I've never been really into basketball like that,
it
but
was crazy.
yeah,
It's finally a
hats off
year.
to Boston.
It's yeah, lots of love, but it's finally a year that LeBron wasn't in the finals, and like just a lot has been happening. Like Golden State came off like a really, I think, terrible year last year or the year before, something like that, because they didn't have Clay and everything like that. So they definitely came back, and obviously they had Clay, and I'm pretty sure Draymond and all of them were kind of healthy at least. So
Mhm.
they were definitely putting up numbers and doing good, but they couldn't beat Boston. Boston's been in the works for a long time. They lost Kyrie, lost Kemba. Like they tried so many different point guards and stuff, but I'm surprised Brooklyn didn't make it anywhere. But I mean, geez, the honestly the NBA has been different. Like by so much now every year. I remember back in the day it was just like somebody might get traded, somebody, but now every year it's like a blockbuster every single year, and everyone's going crazy about it. So it's pretty interesting to see Boston win. I'm pretty sure they have more rings than LA now, which is impressive. They were tied. Um, not sure the exact number, but in the teens somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Um, Jason Tatum, pretty sure that's his first ring. They got Jalen Brown. Those two played pretty well, so they're definitely a crew. Definitely rooting for them. So they got the dub and they got the job done. That's all that matters. So off to next season. They're thinking about that now. We got Seattle Surge winning Major 3. That's on me. Because I had that weird niche about just COD and stuff like that. Um, Seattle Surge wins Major 3, which is kind of weird. They, I don't know, this game is super inconsistent with this stuff, so I know you don't know much of it, Mason, but this COD is like one of the fastest killing CODs ever, so it's like there's no room for mistakes, really.
Cares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, and
I mean, that's with any game at the pro level
every
is
single, yeah, exactly. You're very true. You're very right, but like I feel like in COD, like they could somewhat get away with it because the time to kill was so like more back in the day. Like Black Ops 2, it didn't take 3 bullets to shred somebody. Like I had to put half my clip in.
yeah.
It would kill them. But now this game is crazy. It's crazy fast paced. All that stuff. So definitely dope. We've had literally this is to like kind of put it in a perspective for you, Mason. Every single tournament they've had so far, they've had a different winner. So like
Really.
no team is like at the top, like can't hold consistent like top every single time. The
Hmm.
only consistency in the game is that FaZe Clan. They've gotten second in 3 tournaments every single time. They haven't gotten first. They get
Wow.
second. That's the only consistency. But everything
Have they
else,
won one yet or
no, they
no?
have. Well, they won like in the
No.
previous game, but in this particular game, no wins. They've come second in every single tournament except one tournament. But that was like, it's called I forgot what it's play or what it's called, but it's basically where like rookies can play in a bracket. Not rookies, but called like the it's called Challengers League. It's basically semi-pro, and
Gotcha.
it's where they play in a bracket, and then 4 teams get chosen to start facing like the real COD to see if they're like ready yet, basically to go pro. Um, and that was the only tournament they didn't go second at. But that one, they say it doesn't matter, but at the same time, it matters because every team was there. So it really, COD scene is super jumbled and all over the place. So kind of funny how it works. But yeah, I mean Seattle did good. They played a solid game. They beat Optic. They beat FaZe twice. Like so, it's like, bro, you gotta give it to them. They were working, doing their thing. Um, I know you had
That's
some stuff to say about your shows coming out. What's up? What you got?
yes, sir. Um, so I think we mentioned it last week what our favorite animes were,
Mm.
but mine hands down Hunter x Hunter. And we just got confirmation rather recently from the author that he is writing, I think it was like 4 or 5 more chapters.
That's a
While
like
it's
that's a
not a lot,
chapter.
it is something, right? Because I
Huh.
remember you would go on social media, TikTok, Twitter, and you'd read through the Hunter x Hunter fan pages and stuff, and you'd see like, oh, it's not coming back, or he's too sick, and much respect to the man for being able to push out chapters even in his current health condition. Wish him nothing but the best. And if it doesn't come back, that's completely understandable because health
That comes
matters.
first, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. But I am very hyped to see that it is returning. I'm very, very excited for that.
Heck yeah, bro. I can only
It's
imagine because
yeah, I
some.
haven't I've never really been a reader. But that was the first manga that I tried reading, and I'm in the process of reading. I've watched the anime, I think 3 times now. Probably gonna go watch it a fourth time now. But yeah, just like I said, hands down one of my favorite. The storyline, the characters, the character build. It's just to me personally a phenomenal story.
Is the is the manga different from the anime at all?
Not really. Not like I said, I'm still in the process of it. What I've read, like there's minor differences. There's some that are, like, oh, why wasn't that in the anime type shit? But there was nothing really major that they didn't leave out in the anime. Um, but it's just nice to see like a written version of it. You know what I mean? After watching it so many times.
I got you. That's how I was with Death Note. Like I loved Death Note, watched it a bunch. But Death Note I really liked in terms of reading because it did add. That's why I asked because it added that extra information and stuff. And that's what I'm
Mhm.
like a geek over because I like to. I feel like that's what builds the character the most. So just like his weird little nuances or whatever it is, but
Yeah,
um
and like I've noticed like there's several animes out there that'll do like time jumps where it'll be in between seasons, and at the end of the first season, the MC goes off, trains, and the beginning of the new season, he's 10 times as strong. Whereas with like Hunter x Hunter, like the story development with the main characters, like there's not a lot that you miss. Like you see them grinding, putting in the work to
mhm.
become stronger, and that's probably one of my favorite things about that. And another one that does that is One Piece, which I know you're not as far up as I am, so I'm not gonna try to
No
talk about it
spoilers,
too
no
much. Yeah,
spoilers,
no,
bro.
100%. But it's very similar.
That
Yeah, no, those are
anime
two.
is god tier so far.
Yes.
So it's
Like I
gonna
said,
keep.
I've been taking a break. I think I made it up to episode 600.
Yeah, I've been taking a break too. I'm
Um,
in the 200 somewhere, but I'm not.
go. I said once I think it was like mid 200s, bro. Once you made it there, it flies by because it gets so much better.
You just start binging it the whole time.
Yes, that's exactly what like so the first I don't know, like 200 episodes, I was a little iffy about it. Like I didn't dislike it, but I wasn't in love with it type shit. And then the arc that I had heard about came up, and I was like, all right, I'll hang in there a little bit longer, and I'm so glad that I did. For anybody thinking about starting One Piece, but you're like, oh, it's too many episodes, oh, blah blah
It's
blah,
worth every
do it,
episode. Yes.
do it.
I haven't even
It
finished it,
may
and I
take
know
a
it's worth.
while, but do it.
I feel like if as long as you have commitment, or like people watch Dragon Ball Z, what like that's commitment, bro. Like the
Yeah.
full Pokemon series, the full Dragon Ball, the full Naruto, like that's a
And
lot, bro.
Naruto. Have you watched Naruto or no?
I've watched it to a certain point, but I don't remember. But I've been getting mangas for it, and I want to read it.
Gotcha.
So I got 1 through 6 for sure, and then like a couple of the higher numbers, just cause
Hmm.
I got given them. So I have those. I'm reading Berserk as of right now as well. So that's a good one. I'm not that far in it, but that one's pretty good so far. Like the art style's crazy, bro. There's so much details in the manga and stuff like that. So just honestly, I'm a nerd for art like that and stuff like that. Blue Giant is one that I read too, which that one's like probably a lot less popular. It's a jazz one. Plays
I
a saxophone.
remember. Ooh, saxophone.
Yeah,
Saxophone is probably one of the best sounding instruments in
swear
my
to
opinion.
you. But yeah, that's the manga or what it's about and stuff. Kids come up into jazz and stuff like that, which it's
So
just something different because like a lot of my animes and manga like they consist of a lot of fighting and stuff like that. So
yeah.
nice to read something different. Well, I'm peeking my head over to see what manga I have. I'm
I
reading.
remember you were reading JoJo's,
Yeah, I'm
bruh.
still reading JoJo's. Those are
Yeah.
just. I'm still like those are. First of all, they're kind of harder to find. Like, especially because I'm still like in the earlier stages.
Hmm.
And then they're a lot more expensive because I'm getting the hardbacks. Not getting
Guys,
this. Yeah, they're the nicest, but so clean. But yeah, I'm still working on that as well. I actually went to the beach yesterday, so we were just reading and just chilling on the beach. That was fun.
what's up?
Um, I got through my Berserk book and like halfway through my other JoJo's. So we're
Oh
still
yeah.
still reading a bunch right now, but I haven't really watched too much One Piece or just anime in general recently because all the
Yeah, I
ones that I
remember you've always been more of a manga person anyways.
yeah I just like a physical like and they give you so much after reading Death Note. I learned that they give you so much more detail and shit. So it's like I
Yeah.
want all that detail and I want to learn as much as I can about building the character. Plus, like sometimes for me personally, like let's say My Hero, not the craziest fan of it, but when I started reading it, it was a lot easier because it's not looking at like none against it, but it's I'm watching like a 10-year-old kid like learn his powers and stuff, and they sound all kiddish and make it all kiddish and stuff. But like when I'm reading it, I can read it in whatever voice I really want to. I can make him 16 if I wanted to, and he's just smaller than usual. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's just a little
Yeah.
bit older, so it's like it's a little bit easier, just to have my own imagination rather than I guess hearing it better to me. They give you that extra. I love. Um, I think we did it last time. What are some of your top anime? I know you said Hunter x Hunter already.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter for sure. Honestly, I don't think that I could include One Piece since I haven't finished it yet. I can't say that, you
Understandable
know,
for sure. Cause you gotta get to the
um,
ending, bro. Like,
yeah, what if there ever is an ending?
yeah, true, true. Cause they're still going right now
Actually, it's crazy. Over 1,000 episodes
and counting, bro. That shit's
and
insane.
counting. Um, I will say Naruto, but Shippuden. Naruto was all right, but Shippuden was a lot better.
In what
Um,
sense do you?
just I don't know, man. Like
Just like
for okay,
story itself, or it's like the
story itself, and then the art in Shippuden just seemed like it was there
like
with
more
the fight
polished,
scenes.
maybe?
Yeah,
Cause I
like the
feel
fight
it.
scenes go crazy in Shippuden.
Cause wasn't Naruto like that shit came out a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's been
So I
years.
feel like they've definitely made some like technology improvements on like
Oh,
since
100%.
since then and came out with everyone. I've heard that's like amazing. So
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to
Once
it.
you get through the fillers, it's really good. Um, let's see. Kuroko's basketball is really good.
I
Remember, I think I
love
put
that
you on that.
anime,
Yes,
bro. I'm
sir.
so glad you said that. That goes along with Haikyuu. I do love Haikyuu.
Yes, IQ's gas
I just
too.
gotta I was at Hot Topic and I saw fucking this Haikyuu playing card. So I picked it.
Oh shit, that's dope.
I
Uh,
have a card collection. Picking them up when I see them.
I'm trying to think of what else. I've watched so many, but I'm so bad with titles and remembering
Yeah,
characters'
cause
names.
I feel like cause once you get past like one, like it was such a grind, and then you get to the next one, like you're midway through that grind. It's just basically
Yeah,
forgot the anime.
because
You
what
didn't
I
forget
do
it,
is
but
no, I'll watch like longer animes, but I'll take breaks in between and watch like the shorter
just to
two
get like a
season
different.
ones. Yeah.
I got
Um, let's see what else. There was one that I just watched. Um, what's it called, dude? I gotta look it up.
you. No.
Fire Force.
What is that about?
It's about these guys. They get okay, so they fuck.
I forgot.
Uh,
What?
no, okay, so it's like it's a fire force basically, right? And they fight these uh what are they called? Fuck, I don't remember, bro. I just know it was good. That's all I remember.
All right, I'm gonna
Uh,
hold you to it. I'm gonna check it out.
definitely a watch. Black Clover. Black Clover is really good as
I remember
well.
you said that. I heard that was
Um,
good.
Fuck, I told you I had to think about this shit before we
What's
started.
your up next? What do you want to watch next?
What do I want to watch next? Attack on Titan or Jujutsu Kaisen. I've been waiting for those to finish so that I can binge them because I hate waiting a week for shows.
I feel
But
that.
now I think I'm gonna just wait till Attack on Titan drops again because they said that this last season was gonna be the last season, but now they're saying that next season is gonna be the
Oh
last
my
season.
gosh. Just
I'm
keeps
not trying
going.
to, yeah, I'm not trying to end on a cliff note or a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I got you. I actually watched a little bit of Attack on Titan. It was good, but we haven't finished it yet. I'm watching it, bro, but it's just I don't know. It's just there's some slow points in it. From yeah, it's intriguing, but I'd be falling asleep way too fast because there'll be
Yeah,
like a 5 minute period where they're just talking, and it's like the chill, like they're not talking about anything serious, and I'm just like I start snoozing and I'm out for the count, but it's
understandable.
it's okay. Like when it first started, it was and stuff. I feel like I just need to get through some fillers, and once I get through that, I'll be straight. Um, what else? I'm watching obviously One Piece. I need to finish that stuff like that. I wanna watch what is it called? Cowboy Bebop because I heard like every OG in the anime scene says like that's their favorite. So I just want to see it just to see what it's all about. Like people
I
that
started it and it has a very like retro-ish vibe. I
that's what I
fuck with
heard,
it.
and I've seen a few clips from it and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
that's definitely gonna be on the list for me, as well as oh, I have to finish. I started some of it, but I have to finish Initial D. Definitely.
yeah, I remember you saying you were watching that. Oh, another one that I just started was Tokyo Ghoul.
I actually have the first manga. I wanted to read it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, that's also another manga that I'm in the process. My mom got me a couple books for my birthday, or a couple mangas, sorry.
It's
Um,
different.
but yeah, um, I thought that was dope because normally, like, her and my brothers make fun of me whenever I'm watching anime or something like that. So I was like, oh shit,
They'll
she cares.
understand, bro. They'll understand.
Eventually they will. I had actually over Christmas break last this past Christmas break, um I was sitting down in the living room watching anime. I forget which one I was watching. It was a boxing one. I remember that. But I was doing something. I think I was building like shelves or something while I was watching it. I remember I was building something, that's why I was in the living room. Um, but my brother comes out of his room and he's 14. And he came out, he was like, "You're watching anime?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're weird." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." All right, homie sits down next to me, right? Before I know it, homie sat through and watched like 5, 6 episodes with me. And I
Oh
was like,
my
"It's big ass,
gosh.
isn't it?" He was like, "It was all right."
Yeah, it
And it
is
was
good, bro.
cool though because the one that I was watching, like I said, it was a boxing one, but it was from the 90s, so it was an older, like
Older
the
one,
art
yeah.
style wasn't even like crazy or anything, but like just I
This is
don't know,
story.
like
What do you think it is about anime that sets itself apart from normal TV and shows? And because for me, I'll go first on this one.
honestly, go ahead.
For me, I think they do a lot better job because acting like there's imperfection. I feel like
Mhm.
there's very few actors that can like obtain like get the role and like do perfect at it. I feel like there's always a little bit of imperfections. Maybe that's just me being over judgmental or I don't even know, but I feel like a lot of the times anime builds their characters a lot better because there are no imperfections. Um they do like whatever the character is or whatever whoever it is, they do exactly what the person makes them creator or whatever it is. So a lot of the times, like their little quirks or different things that they do, or the way they talk, the way they do a particular thing when they're in this situation, like it's all planned. And I feel like overall, just the building of the characters are a lot better. Along with the storyline, that makes the story better because you're so involved in what the character is and how they act, and you might love this character, you might hate it, but you're so like involved in whatever character. And
That's actually probably the point that I was gonna bring up is I think the relatability to anime. While on the cover it might seem like, oh, it's a cartoon or, they just fight. But once you like sit down and really get into it, like you'll notice a lot of connections between like you'll see something that the main character does and you're like, "Oh, I do that too." Or
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, "Oh, I've been in that situation."
Mhm.
Or I don't know, I just feel like the relatability which is weird to say since it is animated versus TV, which is real life.
Yeah, it is.
But
Yeah, it is weird, but that's why I feel like there is that imperfection because sometimes it's like the character in a real movie might be in this situation and they're just acting. So like
yeah,
typically you can find out like what exactly is about to happen. At least in my opinion, just because it's like it's
yeah, I
a lot
feel
of it's
like with a
predictable.
lot of movies, yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like a lot of movies that I watch, like I'll sit down and watch Netflix, and I'll throw on a random movie because I enjoy watching movies. But I notice like I predict the end of the movie like about halfway. I'm like, oh, this person's gonna die, or oh, this person's the killer, or oh, they did this. And by the end, I'm like, dang, I
Told
was
you.
right.
And
Yeah,
it's not even like a 50-50. It's like a 90-10% that I guess it. Like
yeah,
9 out of
like
10 times I'm gonna guess what happens in all these big cinematic movies that come out that are so hyped up and stuff like that. So I'm just like
mhm.
kind of getting bored of them. And like the only major one that I'm actually following right now is the Star Wars series still, but I like all their sub series. Like they have the obviously they have Mandalorian, then they came out with the Boba Fett. Right
Oh.
now they're doing Obi-Wan Kenobi, which oh my god, that shit is crazy. But I feel like I don't know, like Star Wars is always unpredictable to me. Obviously in the bigger ones, like the main movies, I can definitely um predict kind of what's gonna happen. But like a lot of the shows and stuff, never, bro. Um Mandalorian was gas. I recommend that to anybody. That shit was crazy, even if you follow Star Wars or not. But that's besides the point. A lot of animes for sure. I just feel like they have that character development, and it overall makes the story almost like juicier because you're so involved. You feel involved yourself with this character, and everything like that. Also, I feel like a lot of animes they have almost like a purpose. Like they want to tell the story, but they don't want to just say it directly. Like live life happily or live life without
Yeah,
making
a lot
decisions.
of them have like the main theme that the anime will cover or
Exactly.
persist with.
Or like this character, like let's say Luffy in One Piece, like he's such a carefree, live his life, does whatever he wants individual. Like he doesn't uh like he just he won't take no for an answer basically. He literally
Yeah,
does what
he's
he
gonna do
wants to
what he
do.
wants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I appreciate that because it's like for me, that's what I want to do. I strive to be one of those people who not necessarily carefree because then you're not gonna get shit
But
done.
just live the life
Yeah,
type shit.
exactly. Like, okay, I want to do this in my life. Okay, let's do that. Let's actually make a decision to just do it rather than making excuses on why I shouldn't do it or all these different things. So it's like I appreciate that in certain characters and like a
Very
lot
well
of
put.
yeah, a lot of high Q, like it was all about teamwork and like believing in like one another and stuff like that. So I feel like there's a lot of like background stories that are like the main purpose of the story, but it's like they don't say it directly. Like use teamwork as part
Yeah.
of your life. They just like they're telling the story through the actual story, and you see all this stuff go by, and you get so involved, like I said, with the characters and everything like that. And that's why I think it's better. Plus, to me, that art looks a lot better than CGI. Personally, like
100%, bro.
I'm not trying to
Got me
see
at
no
the edge of
fake
my
ass shit.
seat, squinting
Yes,
and shit. I'm
bro.
like, "Oh."
Those later on One Piece battles, I haven't gotten to them yet, but I've seen a couple like fight clips and shit, and I'm like,
Bruh, just
oh my
wait.
god.
Just wait, bruh. This shit is
It's
crazy.
gnarly for real, for real.
I think the moment in anime that like set me on to it. Oh, I can't even say it, bruh, because you haven't watched it. Never mind. I can't say it.
What anime is it from?
Hunter x Hunter.
Oh,
But I feel like many people have seen that clip, but I don't want to say it because I know you haven't watched it.
well, I'm not. Here, go ahead and tell the viewers.
All right. I think the moment that like set me on to Hunter x Hunter is at the end when Gon is, grown 10 times, right? You just see all that emotion go into it. That shit is like, I don't know, I think
Give me
that
a
was the
thumbs up when
moment
you're
for
done.
real. That's like, it's just, you could feel his emotion. It had me on my edge of my seat, bro. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, that shit was crazy. You're good now though.
I
You
bet.
can.
All I heard was, "Yo, what the fuck?" That shit had me cracking up. But what was your first anime? What do you remember as your first anime?
My first anime was okay, technically it was Dragon Ball, but that was like 15 years ago when
Like
I was like a
growing
big
up, you
kid.
just saw it
Yeah,
come on
like
in the
it'd
mornings.
come on when I was at my cousin's house or something like that. But I never got into it until a couple years ago, when I was talking to someone about anime and they were like, you should get into it. And I was like, what's a good starter one? And they suggested Naruto. Um, so Naruto was my first.
That was your first one that you watched full
Yeah,
through. Damn, that's
yeah.
why you're so good at like binging, or not binging, but like dealing with the longer
Well,
ones.
I've always like even in high school, bro, like I was binge watching shows. Like I'd stay up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, wake up at 6:30, get ready for school type shit. On top of doing extracurricular activities, club sports, school sports. Like I thrived binge watching.
This
That was
man's
just
crazy.
I don't know, it was just like a lot of people say that video games was their escape in high school, and I could see that to an extent, but to me it was TV shows. I love TV shows. I loved movies. Christmas time come around, bet catch me in the living room watching Hallmark.
Video
Trust.
games definitely was, but um,
Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed playing video games, but I never saw it as like my escape. I just enjoyed playing them. Whereas like TV, bruh, I start watching a show 8 hours later without even realizing it.
that
It-
was me in video games though, bruh. I would
Yeah,
get on
exactly.
when I get home from school, look at the time, and it's 3 a.m. and then I gotta go to school at 7 a.m.
Yeah,
That shit. But I think
but we thrived.
yeah, we
We made
did.
it.
We
We're
made it
here now.
out. We made it out. um, I think my first one was like Pokemon. Like it would just come on in the mornings. Technically, it's my first said, but my first one that I sat down and watched, it was Samurai Champloo, which that's bro. That's I think as of right now,
I think I started watching that one.
since I haven't finished, it's definitely old and it's like weird styled, but like
Yeah.
the story is really good. Like in total, in all, I feel like that's probably one of my top animes. I don't think I could put One Piece up there yet, so it's probably my top. Um,
So,
and then I found Sword Art online, which is like a very intro, but I fucked with
Yeah.
it until the fairies.
Yeah, okay, I will say the exact same thing because I started watching it with homegirl one day, and we got into it, and then once it got I think it was, like, s season 3
Yeah, that was on the fairies.
is when yeah, and then I just stopped, but I heard that it gets better, or
That's
that
what
the
I heard
newest
too.
season was good. I just haven't
I haven't
because
checked
I
it
think
out
it's
either.
been so long, I'd have to rewatch it.
Yeah, it's the same for me. I love the whole concept though because that to me
Yeah,
like
no, that
I
shit is
loved
dope.
gaming at the time, still do, but like at the time that was my life basically. And then you just put that in an anime, and I was just getting involved in the anime scene, so it was like the perfect anime to like get introduced into it. So I definitely enjoyed that one. I watched some of the. I think there's like a Guns Online. It's like a spin-off basically. Fucked with that pretty heavy too. That was good. Um, so yeah, those were probably my first like three, and then I just kind of dabbled in everything else from there. Death Note, I'd probably take back. I don't know. That's probably number two.
Death
I
Note's high
they're
up there
really
for me too.
they're really close, but like I don't know. I feel like Samurai Champloo is just more of the era and style that I prefer, but Death Note had the better story.
Yeah, no, that's Death Note's
Yo,
crazy,
it was that whole entire.
crazy.
Oh my gosh, I was on my seat the whole damn time, bro. Oh my, but
And it's weird because I didn't think I would like it because I'm more into the action, the shonen, uh,
like just more
animes.
fighting and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
and
the same
so
way because I came from Samurai Champloo, so it was like sword fighting and
it's
like
different, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
But no, I because I'm pretty sure you're the one that put me on Death Note. You're like, "Yo, watch this," and I was
That
like, "All right,
shit
bet."
was gas, bro. I had to tell
I think I
everybody.
finished it within 3 days, bro. Whenever you
Yes,
told me to watch it, like, I binged it
that shit was gas. It's worth every episode, so
100%.
definitely recommend that to anybody. But what else we got? Anything else you'd like to talk about, or we're at
I
48?
think that'll wrap it up. Don't really have any other topics
Yeah,
that I can think about off
wasn't
the top
much
of my
going
head.
on this week, honestly. Other than a
A
lot
lot
of bad
of
news,
poo-poo, yeah.
a lot of bad shit. So hopefully we can kind of have a little bit more uplifting. We got our anime talk in though, so at least we had something to talk about. I just want to
Yeah.
thank everybody for watching. I appreciate you all. You have
Yes,
anything to
much
say,
love to
Mason?
you guys. Much love to everyone. We will have all of our links to our social medias in the description. Make sure you check that out. You don't have to, obviously, but much appreciated if you do. Um, yeah, just thanks for watching. Spread love, peace, positivity.
Do
Have
something
a good day.
nice once a day. Remember, we gotta say
Yeah,
it
do
one more
something nice
time.
once a day.
Do something nice today,
Always.
guys. Few things like he said, the links are gonna be in the description. Anything you need to go to, we got our YouTube there. We have well, obviously you're on the YouTube right now. We have like the Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, everything, so you guys can stay connected. Make sure you know when something's coming out. So make sure you follow those you'd like if you're interested. Don't forget about the giveaway. Subscribe. We're gonna pick a couple. Not sure yet how many, but we're gonna pick a few people to win a couple T-shirts, maybe some hats, some other stuff. Might even just give a patch away, just cause depending on how many we have left, stuff like that. So just make sure you're doing all the things to keep posted with us, and we're gonna try to keep you guys posted as much as we can.
Sir,
Um, and that was a good second episode. I appreciate you guys again.
no, there's no interruptions this
Yes,
time,
this
bro.
time it didn't fucking
No
crash
internet
and all that
spikes,
shit.
no
No
mic
muted mic,
unplugged. It
nothing.
was
It was
straight.
good. It was good the whole way through.
We
So
will see you guys
yeah,
next week.
we appreciate you guys again for watching, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week, as Mason said. Peace out.